Hey, so I want to make this video for you to help you a little bit with mindfulness. So, one of the things of our mind is always going, and it's a normal thing for our thoughts to be running around, moving around. It's like a highway of thoughts. Like, it's our job to maybe pick out the thoughts that serve us better, make us feel better, put us into the intention that we were hoping for. It's our job to say, oh, those thoughts are for another time. Those thoughts for another time. Those thoughts are not for me today. Not to fight the thoughts, like, oh, why are these thoughts still here? The thoughts are thoughts. It's like like a computer. Those things that have already been set in the software. Maybe you went through a trauma. Maybe you saw a movie. Maybe you have things in your mind, so those thoughts are gonna be there. Maybe someone said something and it kind of stuck with you. So don't be upset at the thoughts that are coming through because you don't want them there. Our job is to say, not right now. Let's move it forward. These are the thoughts. The other thoughts are there. Sometimes you just get cloudy or unable to really feel them or see them. So now, like, let's say, so now you're having these thoughts, allow them to go through. Especially when you get quiet, the thoughts get louder. So that's why people a lot of times like to get distracted and stay working, stay doing this, stay doing the other, because then they don't have to deal with any of those thoughts. The problem with that is that we don't deal with those emotions. We don't deal with the resilience that we get from moving forward with this. It's like we don't go to the gym. We don't exercise those muscles, those spiritual, mental muscles. So mindfulness is one of the ways to come back and say, hey, I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to take that breath. I'm going to take that time right now to do it. So one of the ways I like to do is I put an alarm on my phone for 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, however long you have. Put the alarm on and breathe. You breathe. You feel the air go in. It'll get easier the more you practice. At the beginning, the thoughts might again start coming up, and when they come up, say, okay, they're there. I'm going to keep breathing. Focus on the breath. So the thought comes, then focus on the breath. Focus on the air coming in and out. Focus on your chest rising and falling. Focus on any noises that your breath might be making. Focus on those things instead of the thought. And it's okay. The thought's there. Come back to your breath. Come back to the breath. That's one way. Another way is put the minutes on the clock and then count down from 100 down, or 1 to 100. And then when those thoughts come and mess up your numbers, start all over again until you get to 100. That'll truly force your nervous system to relax, to stay where it is, to be present, and to be where you are. The more you practice this, the better it's going to be for the emotional regulation that's going on. A lot of the times, it isn't so much about our story anymore, or what we've been through. It's more like the story keeps repeating itself, and so we keep beating ourselves up, and our nervous system just knows the similar neural pathway that it's been on. And so when you're doing the breathing and the mindfulness, it actually helps to reset. So that was the second way. So the first way is just breathing, noticing your breath, come back to the breath. The second one is counting down, okay? And the third one is, I'm going to share with you today, is have like Reiki hands. I don't know if you know about Reiki, or just have like prayer hands, and then pray on each part of your body for either 9 breaths or 9 seconds. So I put the alarm on again, and I'm praying for all goodness, for health, for wealth, for love, to continue love and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. And then you just go to different parts of your body. Like I go into my neck here and pray for a minute, or pray for whatever you want to say, and then move your hands. I pray for this part of my body. I pray for my heart. I pray for the love I have in my life. I pray for the love that I'm able to give in my life. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for my mouth and my being able to communicate. This is the throat chakra here. I'm grateful for my arms. I'm grateful for the blood that runs through them. I'm grateful. And then just keep on going down your body. I'm grateful for my stomach that's able to digest all the foods that I eat, all the foods that nourish me and are so good for me. And even the ones that seemingly are not good for me, they still do something good for me, and there I know it. Continue going to every part of your body until you hit your feet, and then your feet, your last one, and then you say namaste, or thank you, amen, and you finish it there. That's another one. And if you don't have the prayers or the words to say, if you just put your hands in those areas, the intention is there for for healing, for calmness, for mindfulness. So put your, and then you could do 9 breaths on each one. So it's 1, 2, 9. I'm already feeling calm. I'm a quick talker. My nervous system is always jacked up. Not always jacked up, but it's quick, especially when I have an idea that I want to share. Like today, I was like, let me make a video for my clients. Let me make a video so they could really see what I'm talking about, because it isn't the easiest. I remember asking someone, like, how do you love yourself? Like, there's like, you just gotta love yourself. You just gotta love yourself. And I'm like, well, how do I do that? They're like, you just do it. You don't ask, you just do it. I'm like, well, how do you do it if you've never done it? And it's like, how do I tie my sneakers if you never taught me how to do it? If I've always used Velcro, so this is why I want to make the video, so you could see what it looks like. So loving yourself is this, actually, if someone would have said, this is loving yourself. Yourself is saying, I love you. Loving yourself is having a boundary. Loving yourself is saying no. Loving yourself is saying yes. Loving yourself is saying, I value my opinion more than someone else's opinion, even though I love them, even though I care for them, even though there's been a bond between us, even though I'm a good person and I don't like to disappoint people. I still value myself, because I may never get to the point where I stop want people's approval or want not to disappoint people. I may be 60 and still want to not, but if I still have on my mind that, and my opinion I value my opinion more, or my opinion matters more to me than others, then I'm gonna be okay. I will always have that little up than the other thoughts that are there and the other feelings that are there, because I may never get rid of those feelings, and that's okay, because that's part of me. I'm part of where I am. And so mindfulness allows us that gap, that to create that a space in between the thoughts that are just running our mind automatically, and the thoughts that we want to create in our life, and actually have intention of, this is what I want for me, and what I want to bring into this world, into this life that I have here on earth. Okay? Mwah.